To all the Nintendo fans, it is nothing short of a good day since, like me, for the past 12 hours, most of y'all have probably been no life in the long time anticipated release of the Paper Mario Thousand Year Door remake title, unless you're diehard in an emulation lifestyle and download the illegal leak ROM a whole ass 24 hours early. Whatever the case may be, you do you, I don't judge, but I'm sure whoever's taking the time out to play this reimagined classic can sort of appreciate the role-playing rendition based around Nintendo's mascot character. I never played this game as a kid growing up, so I'm having a ball playing this title for the first time and loving pretty much everything about it. Until I get on Twitter and see people complaining about some whole other shit, but that's a different story. So a Thousand Year Door is a banger title all across the board, which is what we pretty much expected, So that's definitely a good achievement for Nintendo to unlock so close to the end of the Nintendo Switch's main focus lifespan. However, since we are playing a title that's kind of been developed in modern times for a console that was created a whole generation ago, gameplay wise, it's apparent that Switch owners kinda gotta play this game as if it was still 2017. Official reports show that the game is locked to 900p in dock mode and 640p in handheld, not to mention the frame rate, which is capped to stay at around 30 FPS at a constant rate. And me personally, coming from a childhood of using virtual machines to run Windows games on the 2010 MacBook, being grateful if a game even started, I don't really get too caught up in the whole frames and resolution conversation unless it's just absurdly trash. But for a $60 remade game, you can see why players, especially if they already played the game before, might expect a little more out of the title's performance. Well, from the outside looking in, it may seem easy to make an enemy out of Nintendo for the situation, but people online have found files in the latest Paper Mario that might make this enemy a real-world equivalent of a gold mine of hidden star points. You see, like always, data miners decided to perform surgery on this latest game's internals and see if they could find anything special, hidden, or just to do it for the fuck of it. A modern game isn't that good if the community isn't trying to hack it. And to our surprise, apparently people on the internet have found code inside of Paper Mario Thousand Year Door that shows support for 4K resolutions of the game. And I mean, Paper Mario isn't the most graphically intense title in the world, you can only go so far with paper in the name, so 4K support isn't that hard to believe this game being able to achieve, but again, earlier we established that the Switch's hardware locks the game at a max 900p resolution. So finding this code in the game's files naturally led to people drawing a lot of conclusions on what this could mean, like the idea gaining traction that this code is a sneak peek into the next generation of Nintendo console that allows for backward compatibility. Backward compatibility is definitely one of the defining characteristics of most Nintendo hardware. Like, you could play the Nintendo DS games on the later 3DS, GameCube games on most Wii consoles, Wii games on the Wii U, if you're cursed to own the Wii U. So it'd make logical sense for whatever Nintendo was cooking up in the shadows to be backward compatible with most Switch games and even at a higher resolution like the aforementioned 4K. It's an idea that many people are running with and downright excited for, hopefully being added in this next console. And of course, nothing is confirmed by Nintendo, and nor do we even know if that's what this code is even for, but of all the speculation that I see trafficking online, this ongoing theory by Nintendo's next console is what I'm personally hoping that this hidden code really means. It's also worth mentioning that there's people who point out that the Switch OLED model has a HDMI 2.1 chip with the ability to have a 4K signal turned on, but Nintendo never really did anything with it, so this leak code could possibly be some subset of the old Nintendo Switch Pro fever dream that we never got. And that could be the case, who might say it's not, but with the game being released so close to the next generation and this code not being found in any other of their Switch releases, I'm leaning more towards this, being a sign of the future more than anything. If I can't destroy 2D Goombas in 4K in the next Nintendo console, is it even really worth it? I don't know, but that's all that we know right now as far as the next Nintendo release and possible resolution. Of course, we just have to wait and see what the future of Nintendo holds for players in the future. What do you guys think about Nintendo and this possible, resolution leak, man? Feel free to comment below. Like on the video, subscribe if you're not ready, and I'll see you on the next one.